300 SLs, the Mercedes, like the 300 SL Gullwing and the Roadster Mercedes.
Oh man!
So they had like 50 of those there. It was ridiculous.
Oh. So you got to shoot. So they were doing. Did they have certain cars that they wanted in the? Was it for Via Corsa? Is that who you were doing it for?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. When will that be out? Do you think?
It goes to print early November, and then it's like late November.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Is it probably going to be out sometime in the spring, I would think, right?
No, it's actually super quick. Mid-November.
Wow. Yeah, it is quick for me. It's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's like last minute up against the deadline kind of thing. So.
And you're writing a story and everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. I've written, my own stuff and some other kind of articles, but nothing quite like this. So, and I'm way past the word count I was supposed to be at. So now I have to actually cut stuff out and figure that out. So.
What kind of?
Which I didn't think would be a problem.
Does the article have to be like 3,000, 5,000, something like that?
No, I think they wanted like 2,000 and 2,500.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, I'll probably hit like 35, so I need to cut a lot out.
Yeah, that's weird because I've done some writing up for that kind of stuff, and it's like I found that if you go into it with like, oh, okay, I've got to hit this, then you end up limiting like your creativity. It seems like, so it's that inner editor. You just got to turn it off.
That's what I
just like write and just what it is, and then get all your ideas down, and then you can step away from it and go back, and then say, okay, now I need to get it down to this amount. And then cut it back.
Assess the value of each section. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thoughts too. Is get everything that I think that I would like to be in there, and then choose what needs to be in there.
Yeah, exactly. So. Because if you go on it, seems like if you go on it that way, then you just your mind just kind of goes, and you get everything out that you're thinking, and then you can go back and figure out what's important.
It's tricky because it's like it's a kind of a balance of who. I guess are you writing for someone that knows the history of the company, someone that has no idea who they are? So that's my thing. Is like their history is all over the internet. You can just Google it and find it. But to someone just picks up a magazine has never heard of them before, then I don't want them to have to do that. So
yeah. So you're gonna have to balance out like brand new person that doesn't have any idea versus somebody who's a fanatic. Yeah. Oh, cool. So it's are they out to they're down to a monthly are they out to a monthly magazine now? Is that
no, still quarterly.
Still quarterly?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this next issue will have 3 articles that I've written in it.
Oh, cool.
Including the cover stories.
So you can do print. Do they have an online one? I'm trying to think.
They don't, not much. I mean, they post a little bit. I'm trying to do more with their social media. So I was posting a lot on their social media while I was out there. Well, not a lot, but a decent amount. I'm trying to kind of push that.
But I can register for it. I can sign up for the magazine online, right? Subscribe.
Yeah, I don't think they have a digital copy. And it is like in.
But can I subscribe to the magazine online or not?
I don't even know. Yeah, you can get a subscription.
Yeah, I just got on their website now, and I don't see. I see okay, there it is. Subscribe right at the top. Okay, so let's see what that gets. So quarterly magazine, 1 year's 4 issues, $20. That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Buy now. Okay, you've got 1 new subscriber. Cool.
So yeah, and it's kind of nice because it's a magazine that actually has national distribution, like on shelves. So I can actually go to the grocery store I always go to that's like a quarter mile from my house, and they have it on the shelf. So
yeah, that's nice.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. What's the subscriber count? Do you have any idea?
I don't.
Okay.
I think it's still relatively low. The problem is that with being quarterly, and the last issue was only the 2nd anniversary, so this will be the 9th issue.
Oh, okay.
I believe maybe 10th.
Yeah.
But either way, there's not a ton out there yet. So, but that's one thing with social media that I'm trying to kind of push, because that'll get hopefully new subscribers and all that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. I wonder if I subscribe now if I'll get the next issue or not. Probably not.
I would think so, because like I said, that it's not even gone to print yet. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I would think you would.
because yeah, I mean, you've had a fair amount of been doing well. You're doing a lot more for them now, so
Yeah, I've done a couple cover stories for them. When I went and saw Billy Gibbons, that was one of them.
Yep.
The Mille in Italy, that was another cover story.
Yeah, the one you did last year. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the very first issue, I wrote a photo tips article
Okay.
for automotive photography. So
Okay. Cool.
that's something I've written so far for it. So this would be kind of a new thing for me to have, 3 stories, including the cover one. But
Yeah. No, that's neat. That
hopefully it's not garbage.
well, we like your photography, so I know the photos are going to be good. So
Yeah.
There's Georgia. Cool. Good. Good one. Hey, Wes, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Excellent. Excellent. Just finishing up my subscription to Via Corsa. Okay. Password.
So Wes did some track photography.
Yeah. Well,
Yes. Okay.
Autocross, yeah.
Cool.
That's a
Yeah,
track.
you were talking about that. Where was it held? Was it on in Gainesville?
The Gainesville Raceway. It's actually a drag strip, but they used the parking lot for the autocross portion of the challenge.
Okay. All right. Well, did you enter a vehicle in the autocross?
No, this is part of the Grassroots Motorsports magazine challenge that they do every year.
Mm-hmm.
Or basically, your budget is whatever the year is. So you have
Okay.
to build a car for $2,017.
Oh wow. Okay. That would explain the unique looking vehicle.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some impressive stuff, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically how much can you do for $2,000 essentially. So yeah, that's interesting. So I wonder what the what are the typical modifications? Do you get just is it engine, or do they put more stuff into the tires and brakes?
Yeah, it depends what you want to go for. There's an autocross portion, there's a drag racing portion, and there's a concourse portion. So you kind of have to balance out what you want to do and where you want to put your money at, kind of
Okay.
thing.
And one car does all three? One car
the same
does all
car.
three events?
They get a combined score based on all their
That would be tough.
different events.
Yeah. So you got to budget your money. And that's for somebody who's into cars, a couple $1,000 is, that's affordable for somebody who wants to save up and do something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do you get for $2,000?
Yeah.
And do you go more for autocross, or do you go more for drag race, or do you just spend all your money on paint protectant and wax and get the thing looking perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, good. Hey, there's Joe.
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, Joe.
good. So I'm drinking, just seen an American Original PBR.
Oh, PBR, yeah.
Doing beer brats tonight. So I had to find a cheap 6-pack of beer for beer brats, and PBRs. Always a good one.
Yeah. That's
$5 for a 6-pack of 16 ounces. Can't complain. So.
and a local beer here, Santan, the Oktoberfest.
Okay. Yep. That's a good one. So we were, what is it, show 211? Welcome, everybody. We're 10 minutes in, but it is show 211, photo sharing discussion, October, what is this, 22nd? Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Almost done with October here. So we're talking to Pat, who's doing, he was in Germany a couple weeks ago shooting cars for the upcoming issue of Via Corsa magazine. And he's busily writing away to create the thrilling articles that will accompany his photography. So we're looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to the images. I'm sure they're going to be great. And he was doing Mercedes and Porsche modifier specialist. So that'd be kind of interesting. And that would probably equate with driving. So the question is, Pat, if you're still there, would you mentioned that you drove on the Autobahn. So was it one of these roof or Mercedes that you were piloting?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
It was a Citroen rental car.
Oh,
It had drum brakes in the rear, so
We
got to
up to 120.
Yeah, 200 kilometers an hour, so that's like 125-ish.
Wow.
So I think that was probably at the limit. I think that car couldn't do more. So
Was it a diesel or a gas?
no, it's gas. It was like must have been like a small turbo 4. It's actually
Okay.
surprising how
All
loud
right.
the turbo was. It was kind of strange, but
Wow. So was it
yeah,
redlined at 120?
I think it was getting there. But it was kind of fun, to drive one of those cars. It's so different than anything, Obviously,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
driving a Citroen here in the States, so
Yeah, exactly. So it is a car
when
that
they
you
offered
wouldn't
me
get
that,
to
I was
drive.
happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the question is there a bunch of other people driving Citroens 120 miles an hour on the Autobahn at the same time?
Oh yeah, they're popular cars over there, man.
Yeah. Wow.
They have Citroens and
Yeah.
Peugeots and
That's like taking
Sorry.
like the Hyundai Elantra here and just racking it out to 120 on the interstate, man. Woo.
yeah. I think you would be surprised at how many cars can only do
Oh, yeah.
120.
Yeah, it is. It is actually. That's true. I mean, most family cars can probably do 120.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised. Like I know when I was in Germany, that I do remember that because I was an MP and I dealt a lot with traffic, and so it was, Autobahn 3 was not far from me, and I think 5, if I remember right. I forget what numbers they were anymore, but yeah, it was a trip to see people bring their American sports cars, their Camaros and their Corvettes and stuff, and run them up to 150 and just blow them up. You know what I'm saying? At the time, they weren't made for that kind of to run that hard that long. So they would just lose it. That was
yeah. That is something I would like to do once, just to say I've done it. That would be fun to do. I have gone. As you can tell, we're doing total photography talk here. I have done 138 in Montana. That's my top speed, road speed in a vehicle. It's 138.
Yeah, when Montana had the no speed limit, it's about the same thing, really.
Yeah, that's what it was. The sign was reasonable and prudent. That was the speed limit back in the day, and I had a Grand Prix GTP, so it was a supercharged V6 that they had, and that thing, it was still pulling, but the limiter cut out. It cut in at 100, and it was like 138. It was still accelerating, but it wouldn't. I would have had to defeat the limiter. I probably could have gotten to like 145 or something like that.
When I was there, you'd see them coming from way back there, and they'd have that left turn signal on, and that was just the big get the hell out of my way. It was, But that was in 1998. So I think the next year is when they finally buckled under. The federal government said, well, if you don't change your speed limit, we're going to withhold all these road funds. You can keep the speed limit, whatever you want, but if you keep it where it is now, you're not going to get any money. And they finally relented. It's a trip,
now they do 80. I think their speed limit maybe is 75 or 80 now.
Yeah.
Up there. So
I think it's just 75, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us in the West. I think the only one that's 80 or 85 is that little toll road there in Texas.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Between,
75 does seem to be the limit in most of the West.
Yeah.
That's just actually plenty fast enough. I mean,
yeah, because you can do close to 85 before they really mess with you. So it's pretty damn fast, man. It really is. I mean, it's not quite as fast as
one of those things. Up to about 85 or 90, you can drive and not have to be. Well, you still have to concentrate, but there's a different thing when you kick in going much faster. Then everything just wow, it's really stressful almost to drive super super fast because everything just gets kicked up. And it seems like 80 to 90 somewhere in there is kind of that area. So.
Well, for me, in the truck, I've driven faster than I care to admit.
Yeah.
and it's always, you know, like I used it as a tool to keep me awake, because like you said, you'd have to stay so alert. So whenever I'd get drowsy, I'd speed up, and then which sounds kind of
the
crazy,
adrenaline rush to wake you up.
but it does. It wakes you up because you just have to be, you have to be alert. And so, the slower you get, the more, like California, for instance, 55 miles an hour, which is 80 clicks an hour, right? And you're just swerving all over the place, man. You just, so I'm not much better. I'm governed at 63. So it's, some people wonder how the hell I do that. So it's,
Well, how can we tie this into photography?
I can give you one. I mean, I would love to hear people's opinion on all the new Adobe crap, because I ain't got nothing nice to say about it. I would love to know Pat's opinion.
Okay.
Because I know
I haven't upgraded any. Have you upgraded to the new stuff? I haven't really done any of that yet. So
I'm actually not even sure what you're talking about, to be honest.
Really? Okay. Well, just days ago, Adobe updated the whole suite. Like, you really don't have any choice. Everything's in the cloud now. And they have two Lightroom products now. They have Adobe Photoshop Classic CC, and then they have Adobe Photoshop Adobe Lightroom Photoshop CC, which is now all cloud-based. And now Photoshop is all in the cloud now. It's
so do you have to make a choice between the two? Because I have the Adobe Cloud, like the photo one, which is Photoshop and Lightroom.
They have the standard one still, what they call the Classic, which is the desktop app that we're all used to. Mine has been updating for hours, the catalog. So it's unusable right now. So that to me is
I mean, I haven't opened up either one in over a week, so that's probably why I haven't.
I'm not a huge Photoshop user. I've got Photoshop open right now. I've been trying to figure out how to do this panorama in Photoshop. It's just impossible to me. It's I don't know. Photoshop's so complicated to me. It's just I've just been sitting here staring at
processing photos in Photoshop as we speak.
Oh, okay. I just found the email that they sent out on the 18th that says the future of photography here today.
Right. And it's okay. Now, if you're a guy like Pat, I would imagine, but maybe you do stuff that's, well, he's a pretty Photoshop heavy guy. I mean, it's all he uses.
Yeah.
But if you were, most photographers are kind of Lightroom people. Now, I've heard for some of those serious pros like Pat that are full-time, very serious pros that travel like he does and stuff. I've heard some of them give really good reviews about it, because they're like, no matter what device I'm on, I can edit my raw photos in real time live. So I can shoot, I can get on my iPad, make adjustments. It's all the exact same as it is in regular Lightroom CC version on the computer or anywhere you use it, it's the same now. And then you do have the desktop version, but it's giving you, I think, 20 gigs of storage in the cloud now. It automatically backs your photos up to the cloud, raw files included. So you have your
20 gigs is a lot, but not a lot. I mean,
no, not very much.
It's not very much.
I mean, that's actually that's like 45 film scans for me. Yeah,
it's not much. Especially, are you kidding?
Not enough. I couldn't even back up my 4x5.
That's
film
2 photos for Pat. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, I've done photo shoots or like a trips where where I'll shoot like 100 gigs worth of stuff. So
yeah.
So the question is, so they give you 20 gigs, but how much do they charge for additional?
I haven't dug that far into it yet. I'm still in the.
And you're not forced to use cloud, right? You still use the desktop, but you probably give up some functionality, supposedly.
I wouldn't know, because it's still updating my catalog.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna read through this tonight and see. Have you done anything with it, Wes, at all?
No, I'm just planning on sticking with the desktop app.
Okay.
That's what I thought, and then when I went to open my app, it's not there because everything already updated. Now that I would have it. I would have Adobe Cloud set to update whenever they got an update. You know what I'm saying? So when they went to this big update,
So it automatically did
everything automatically updated. So when I went to open Lightroom today, and I knew this already going into it, because you know, during the week I had been hearing other photographers talk, and when I went to open mine, it's just been this updating catalog nightmare. Yeah.
So okay, so I'm gonna
hold off on that then. I'm glad I don't have an automatic turned on.
Yeah, this is strange. Okay, so there are different plans.
Yeah.
So you got $9.99 a month, which is the one I'm on right now,
and I think most of us are on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the photography 20 gig or photography 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
So if I choose that, annual plan paid monthly. Okay. So if I do 1 terabyte, oh, it goes up to $20 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
So a terabyte, that's like 1 or 2 shoots for Pat, and
exactly. Yeah, and it gives you quite a bit of you know, stuff to use.
You got Lightroom, Edit, Photoshop, Lightroom Classic. So is Classic the desktop as well?
Yeah. Classic.
So they give you both versions.
You have Classic CC, which is the desktop version, and then you've got the Lightroom CC is now cloud. So that's what they did. They changed Lightroom CC. We thought was desktop and cloud. No, not anymore. It's just cloud. So now you have to get Classic, which makes it sound like another year or two, and they're done with Classic.
Yeah,
Classic makes it sound
they're transitioning out. It's all cloud based.
Yeah,
I mean, you can make a backup of the. I guess you could download from the cloud and save on your own, you know, hard drive if you wanted to. But everything's gonna be cloud based. Ah, that's interesting. So 20 gigs. So if you go over to 20 gigs, then does it just replace like the most recent 20 gigs, or does it just say sorry, you can't do any more? I don't know.
They'll probably just say sorry, you owe us more money. So
upgrade to the terabyte plan.
Yeah.
So if you do single app, okay.
Yeah.
All apps is $50 a month.
They're gonna end up getting $20 a month out of you now
instead of 10.
Basically,
it doubled, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So you know they figured out, you know, a guy like myself who was paying nothing for all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been paying $9.99 a month for a year and a half, and I've been, you know. I'm not a heavy user, so I mean, they probably made money off of me, but there's probably lots of people that were paying $9.99 a month that were just tons and tons of stuff that they weren't really making any money off of. So that's going to be the choice, I guess, huh? All right. Well, I am saving money because I did cut the cord, so I am saving money on. I'm just gonna have to reallocate cable funds to photography funds, I guess. I don't know.
And you know, and then I have to have a conversation with my cable provider because you know, of course they're my internet provider, and you know my internet's gone up, so I'm like, you guys are kidding me. So you're not making the money now, because right now my internet's up to $100 a month. It's $98 a month.
No, are you getting what, 100? What kind of speed are you getting?
Oh, I'm getting like I don't remember. It's
100 megabytes or something like that.
Yeah, it's up there in the 200s or something like that.
Oh, okay, so you get a couple hundred megabytes per second.
It's pretty fast. Yeah, it's a big old pipe, baby.
Yeah,
but it's still. I mean, I'll gladly cut it down. You know, I mean, 50 was more than enough. It was just you know, they offered me that upgrade for at the time what was only $10 a month. So I'm like, okay. I mean, that sounds great. And then maybe that was a promotional rate. But yeah, all these companies are figuring out, you know, especially the cable companies, because they're like, okay, we're losing cable subscribers now.
Yeah, no, that's what they're doing. They're doing, well, we're losing cable business to streaming, but they still need broadband to stream, so we'll just increase the broadband rate. That's why I'm waiting. That's why I need Google Fiber to show up.
Yeah.
That's why I need Google. They're in the city of Atlanta, and they just need to expand out a few miles, and then I can get myself You know, I can get myself gigabit speed for like $89 a month or something. I mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, their minimum is $45 a month, which is 100 megabit, which is more than enough.
I think you should just get out there with a pickaxe and a shovel and start tearing up your street, and then they'll have to
Yeah,
bring it to you.
that's true. What are you doing? I'm gonna connect to Google Fiber.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
do it to the
I'm just renting myself.
helping.
I'm not doing the pickaxe. I'm just gonna rent myself a ditch witch for like a month. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna take Google Maps and I'm gonna find the shortest route between my house and the next fiber connection, and I'm just gonna go.
Right through the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's through their kitchen. Look out! Here I come with the ditch witch. Let's see. I don't see the link, Dennis. All right, let me post it again, Dennis. There we go.
Oh yeah, no, Dennis is very relevant to this show today because, you know, of course he's late coming to the show because he just left the Rams game, and of course we dominated. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he is being the American football fan that he is. I'm sure he waited in line.
Yeah, I'm sure he was at the game. You know, because he's very diehard.
That's right. They did play in London today.
Yeah.
At Wembley? Is that where they played? Wembley Stadium or something?
No, they played. What was it? I think it started with a T or something.
Okay.
I think it's the first game this season in that stadium.
Oh, okay. All right. Are they going to play other ones there? Are they going to play other?
Yeah, there's at least 2 stadiums they play in.
Okay. Oh, there's Dennis.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis.
Season in that.
How you doing, guys?
Okay. All right. Are they going to play other?
Yeah, there's at least 2 stadiums they play in.
Okay. Oh, there's Dennis.
Yes.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah, well, Mark, how you doing, guys? No link.
Turn off the YouTube there, Dennis. Here we go. We're getting some repeat.
Yeah, well, Mark, how you doing, guys? No link.
Turn off the YouTube there, Dennis. There we go. Unmute him. Got it?
Oh,
Just wave when you got it turned off, Dennis. We're good. But okay, so if they're doing 3 games out there, that's gonna be interesting. Well, so everybody's got to decide on Adobe now. That's kind of upsetting.
Yeah,
didn't
there's
want
some real big positives to it. You know, but right now, at least for me, it's still updating my catalog. It's this whole time it's been since.
Wow, when did you start?
I started as soon as the Rams game ended.
Okay, all right.
And it's barely like that far.
Okay, wow. So you've been going for okay. Let me unmute Dennis. I muted you, Dennis. Now I can't unmute you. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Clones coming in after.
There we go. You should be good now. Can you hear us, Dennis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Real problems tonight. Yeah.
Good. So Joe figured you probably just got back from the football game, right? The NFL game that was held.
Yeah. Well, I was there.
Yep. Who was it? The Rams played who? Cardinals, right?
Yeah, Cardinals. Yeah.
Rams and, wow, that was like your 2 teams, Joe, playing halfway across the world.
Yeah. Like Gurley, our running back, you know, that's what he said. It's a long way to play. You got to go a long way to play a division game. You know.
Yeah. From
So
LA. I mean, that's like a 10-hour flight. I mean, that's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You root for the Rams in that case, though?
Oh, I'm a Rams fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Dennis, I'm sure Dennis probably, I don't know if he's a Rams fan or a Cardinals fan, but he probably put away both banners. He didn't want to offend anybody, so he probably put away his banners.
Yeah, I am for
Tore
it.
them down off the wall just in case.
Yeah, actually, Donald Trump wants me to go and speak to Korea.
So you're going to be on a diplomatic mission pretty soon. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
This is a kind of random thing, but do you have any idea what the prices of a ticket for a game like that is? Like, is that an expensive ticket or a pretty cheap ticket?
Well, they had packages they were offering me on the Cardinal side, because I'm a season ticket holder for the Cardinals. Last year, when I was still a season ticket holder for the Rams, they had packages in the just a hair under $700 per person.
Like
And that was flight and game ticket and a hotel?
That was like ticket, hotel. Yeah, you stayed where the team stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're probably not making much on the actual ticket, and they just want people in those seats probably.
Yeah, and it's some pretty piss poor seats too. It ain't like you're getting great seats.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the minimum though. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It included like tickets to the game. I think if I remember right, I think you still had to cover travel. You know what I'm saying? But it was like tickets to the game. You got to eat with the players for I forget which meal, and something else. Oh, hotel. I think hotel maybe.
Yeah.
Something
for
like
a couple nights. Yeah. No, that'd be about But by the time you add in travel, now it's a $2,000 trip.
Yeah, it's not
Not $700. It's $2,000.
Yeah, it's pretty right. Yeah, so it's although I've been shopping prices to the UK like crazy, and man, I was tempted the other day to buy some more because it was down to it was under $300.
Oh wow! From Phoenix, right?
No, from LA, but it was super restricted. I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, are you gonna wear pants? Should have wore shorts. We're gonna charge you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that sort of deal.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that Black Friday is supposed to be some serious discounting on airfare. So going overseas. So
yeah, that'd be interesting. I've got to start paying more attention to that. I really haven't done that in the last couple months, but yeah, that might be fun. We could pull something together. Now, will they charge extra for the large format camera, Dennis? Do you think if I were to take that to Europe?
Yeah, probably will. In this country, they charge extra for absolutely everything.
I love that.
Yeah, Joe, we got an airline in this country that charges you to use the toilet on the plane.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, I guess it just depends how urgent it is. I mean, if you bring a coffee can, you're fine. I mean, really, why pay?
Yeah.
And now the American airlines, at least, as a matter of fact, American and United, they got these new jets, and they added seats, so you have even less room now. So they added, I think, 27 seats in one class, and then I think 40 some in another class. But yeah, they added seats now, so there's even less room. I think instead of a 9 wide now they have 10 wide in the economy class. So
And my flight back from London, it was the first time that I've flown on the cheapest tickets, because I never bought them for myself, but the last 3 flights back and forth, for whatever reason, the guy bought me the nicer ones that were basically first class, but not the business class, not the real crazy ones.
Right.
But on the way back, I got a window seat, and I realized once I landed that I didn't stand up the entire flight.
Oh.
So I was sitting 11 and a half hours straight in that seat with never getting up. So, which is kind of amazing. I don't know how I did it, but
yeah,
it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, you were probably really thirsty when you landed, I would think. You're probably severely dehydrated. Wow.
Yeah, you probably stood up and walked like a truck driver after that, Pat. I can tell you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I'm good for. I can sit a couple hours at a time. If it's more than about 2.5 hours, I've got to get up and walk around. So it's just yeah.
I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to leave Liberal, Kansas, and go to Kansas City, Kansas, and stop there, shower, and do all that thing. And once I left Kansas City, I wouldn't stop until I got to the Ohio Pennsylvania border.
Oh my gosh, that's like 800 miles, Joe.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop. Yep.
Oh man. Whew.
So one thing, if you do go over,
Nope. You do go over. The punchline.
That's called a teaser, Mark.
To be answered next week. Episode 212.
So I think I cut out there. Hello?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. Saying if you do end up going, I don't know if you're going to fly, who you're going to fly, but British Airways, if the World Traveler and World Traveler Plus are close in price, go for the Plus. It is like so much more comfortable. You get much better food. You get like basically unlimited drinks, whatever you want. Nice headphones, a little sleeping mask, all kinds of stuff. It's just much, much nicer. So now that I've flown both, if the price is close, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And the lounge, right? The lounge, what I see on YouTube is the lounges are incredible.
Yeah, I don't think my ticket came with the lounge. When I went to Italy, I was with a guy who was like top tier British Airways, and yeah, the lounge is crazy. It's like, again, unlimited food and whatever drinks you want. They just have like fridges full of drinks and all kinds of like bottles of liquor and mixers and whatever you want, and like comfortable recliners and TV and it was good because we got crazy layovers where we were stuck there for hours and hours, but we were in that, so it was like, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's not. And I've heard there's like free shoulder and head massages.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's all overblown. I'd just take my seltzer water and a cup of peanuts. I mean, that's all I need.
They even have showers, Mark.
They do.
Wow.
But yeah, this last time I did not have that. That's for sure. But
that's the way to travel. If you can if you can travel that way, that's sure beats the alternative. That's for sure. Yeah. Wow.
You just got to know people, then you just get in with them because they're going to bring a guest. So that's how I got in.
Yeah. That's just, know somebody with all the access, and you're the guest. And you just
unfortunately, I'd probably be going on like WOW Airlines where they don't even have like a entertainment deal. Like you literally
bring your own damn entertainment.
Yeah, bring your own iPad. Yeah, they'll rent you an iPad.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Your iPad's charged up because you're going to use it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want juice for your iPad? Oh, we got to charge you for that. Yeah.
That's one thing that I thought is kind of shitty about British Airways is they don't have Wi-Fi. Which for like a 10-hour flight, that'd be pretty nice to actually have that. Especially like I was trying to get work done, and so to have that where I could research stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
But supposedly they're adding it. They're just very slow to get it done.
Yeah. Well, that's
I was gonna hop on Wi-Fi.
It has upgraded it. The Wi-Fi is it's more prevalent and it's a little less expensive now. Now it's only like $6 or $7. Is it Southwest?
Yeah,
I think
$6
or $7 for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think the international stuff is normally like $10 or $15 on the airlines that do offer it.
That's not too bad for that long a flight. For a 10-hour flight, yeah, that's worth it. For a 2-hour flight, I wouldn't pay $10. But for like a 10-hour flight, I'd pay $10 for Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Well, speaking
I'm
of,
going to try to hop on one of these shows.
Yeah, let's get into some of these.
From the plane.
Oh, okay. Let's get into some of these worth it images because I'm sure there are some images that are worth it to view. And I'm sure Pat posted a couple of good fast cars. I'm sure.
Master of the transition.
Yes.
Like I always.
I don't think I'm not going to Hollywood with that transition, but I will.
Hey, it's not bad.
I think this was the last one last week. Yeah, Dennis's old school double decker. Shot with the super wide double decker. And here we go, Simi and his another camera tossing event. Here we go.
Oh, that's nice. He's been to that location before. Right?
Yeah, he has. I think this is a different take on it. This was just end of September, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, and Dennis loves to know these sort of things. I know he likes the updates. It's the final lap at Kansas right now for NASCAR.
Okay.
I know he likes his NASCAR update.
Yeah.
Hardcore NASCAR.
It's the only reason you tune in, Dennis, right? For the NASCAR and NFL updates.
All the American sports.
Yeah, I'm glad you give me that.
Exactly. I know.
Dennis is like, my life is complete now.
Complete.
And this is important. That this is the playoffs.
Yeah,
This is the NASCAR playoffs.
it is the playoffs. Yes, yes. and Martin Truex Jr. won, and Kyle Busch is second. Looks like so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, now he can rest. Yeah.
Now we can get on with our life. 'Cause NASCAR is done for another week.
Yeah, they'll be coming to Phoenix soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, in a few weeks, actually.
Uh huh.
Yep. So, okay, 268 seconds. Now, in 154 groups. Now, I thought the rule was, Simi, that you would post in as many groups as you had seconds of exposure. So you're shorting us here.
Yeah.
Lazy.
He's short by 110 groups. So get posting.
Yeah.
How do you even
Guys.
find those groups?
Yeah, it just takes so long too. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's like a bottle of wine posting there. I mean, 200 groups, 150 groups. Yeah, that might be like a large beer, but yeah.
What if you post like a bunch of photos at once? You know, like 10 photos, and puts them all in the groups at once, all the same.
Mhm.
That would save you a little time.
Yeah,
It's
If you
it's
do
not.
like a match.
It's always. Mark knows. I've always looked at how many groups he puts those photos in because
yeah,
I just marvel at it. I'm like, it has to take
yeah,
forever.
It takes a long time.
There's no short way to do it.
Oh, this is a great shot. And we went out to dinner last night in the Buckhead section of Atlanta, which is where all the people with money live, I guess. And we saw one of these, although it was a nice subdued gray, not a bright yellow, but fantastic car. Yeah.
The first one in Arizona, so they called me up and actually said, "Hey, you want to come down and shoot it?" They got it like the night before.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting, but it was the Thursday before I left for Germany, so I just got a few photos up as quick as I could because it's such a new car. But I haven't touched them since, unfortunately.
Yeah. We saw one of these last night driving up Peachtree Street in Atlanta. It was a very nice car, and it was nice gray. It had the the carbon the carbon fiber inserts here, but the rest of the body was kind of like a gunmetal gray, and it had red calipers. So that was a nice color combination, but beautiful car. Yeah, that's a speeding ticket waiting to happen though. That color, man. Oh, that's a nice shot. I like that.
This is like at the little. It's like a municipal. Yeah, so this is like a municipal airport.
Okay.
And it was like at noon or something, maybe a little bit to try to find some shade where I could. So, but I came around this as kind of an interesting wall, so make it a little more like, I don't know if pop art's quite the right word, but you know what I mean, more graphic, I guess.
No, it's nice. You got the car in between the two windows with the whatever it is, minerals or whatever down on the rain spouts for the roof. Yeah, that's a neat one. Beautiful car too.
Yeah.
And what does it run? Is it like 175,000, something like that?
Yeah, I think it's sort of their entry level ish. So I think it's something like that. Maybe the Spider might, with all these options, might be like 200, 300. I'm not quite sure.
But McLarens are kind of the cheaper of the supercars, aren't they? They're kind of.
I mean, they have a pretty broad range because I think the next level up gets to like 400, something like that. And then they have like the P1, which is like $1 million. So
yeah, the P1, but I think under that though, the majority of them I think are
they're probably like
affordable
slightly under a Ferrari, like a 488 or like a Gallardo.
Yeah.
Or I guess not a Huracan or whatever.
For under 200 grand, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've always thought of McLarens as like GT3 level,
Yeah.
Yeah. And we come back to. Oh, this is interesting. So this is looks like a giant. I'm assuming it's like a stormwater drain pipe or something going out. Okay, so all right. Well, here he goes. Is it? No, how many groups? See, it's not in. No, it's
146.
Oh, I mean 146 groups for 0.4 of a second. So, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Balances out.
yeah. It's 0.4 though. Come on, dude. You know.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
You got to throw the camera up higher to get
you
a
know,
longer.
just get that thing way up there. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great colors. I love the clouds, the structure in the clouds there. The colors, yeah,
It's pretty fun sometimes, because I shoot sunrises with the my phone at least, and it's pretty fun to actually look at the sky and then see what colors how the camera is going to actually interpret that scene. Sometimes it's drastically different.
yeah. Okay, so we got.
I like this, man.
Matutina, yeah. This is in,
Black and white.
Yeah, he did my favorite format, man. This guy's.
Yeah. And don't know
Has
what
he been on here
the,
before, you know?
I don't know. I think it's the first time he's posted here. So thank you. That's a neat one. I like that.
I'm just wondering because I think Mark, you should start getting commission for whoever does these signatures for the watermarks. Because it looks like, I don't know, it's spreading. Everyone at Mark's photography spot's starting to get them. So.
Yeah, it's the hip thing. All the cool people have them now.
Yeah,
so.
And the problem is all the cool people have these cool names, and mine came out sucky. So I haven't used it. I think I've used it.
You need to change your name.
I know. I got to change my name.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm not one of the cool ones. Unfortunately, I do not have that.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah, I haven't succumbed to it yet myself.
Yeah.
Joe D doesn't.
Although I found out while I was in Germany, I found out that I'm pretty sure I've been pronouncing my last name wrong my whole life. So that's interesting.
Okay. So
They say it's not. They say it's Aronson, not Ernson, and it is a German last name. So
Aronson, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds more dramatic. Aronson.
like like a German Märzen beer.
Right.
Same kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What that's supposed to be. So
I'll
my life is a lie.
I'll tell him I'm American, dude. That's the way we say it in America. America.
Watch this, dude. If I say Aronson and people ask like, how do you spell that? They're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, Ernzen is more of the phonetic literal pronunciation. But yeah, well, the German language it's an interesting language. How they, all the hard syllables that they use. Oh, this is kind of cool. So this is a fallen Joshua tree on the Mojave Desert. That's cool. I like that.
It's not too far.
Yeah,
No.
it's not actually.
Yeah, that's a neat perspective too. You got the camera right up on the. It'd be interesting to know what the lens and camera was on this. But that's a neat.
That's dead.
Neat perspective.
Natural leading lines.
Right in the middle of the day, man. So that's a tough photo to get.
So we got Crystal Cove State Beach, so Southern California. Looks like right down. So I'm assuming Jose is in Southern California.
Oh, he got those people real faint out there. See how they're.
Yeah. I would have gotten rid of those.
Yep.
He almost had them out of it. A little longer, and he would have had him out of it. 15 seconds.
Longer, this was.
He went 20.
Seconds. Yeah, so if you would have gone 20 seconds, they would have been gone. Yeah.
See, he should have done the semi thing and went like 2.5 hours, and they'd just been all gone.
Yeah, just wipe them out. There's somebody else down there. Looks like he's just standing, but these two are walking. Yeah.
It's kind of a cool. I can see why he left it in there. It is kind of a cool effect. Then I'd have been tempted to take that right out of there.
Yeah. No, it does kind of look like Well, the color, kind of matches. It's similar blue to the sky and stuff. That's a neat shot. I like that. Sleepyhead. Sleepy downtime for his guitarist Civil War reenactment. Oh, this was taken earlier this year. But yeah, he's a.
You know what's amazing is that just made me yawn looking at that picture.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how that works, but I honestly yawned as soon as I saw it.
Yep.
I didn't yawn, but I swear to God, you keep saying it, and I probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something about a yawn, isn't there?
Mhm.
Like
Well, there
a
is.
genuine yawn and you can tell a real yawn from a fake one, but they'll generally get a reaction out of you somehow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even if they don't
Exactly.
affect you, they affected Pat, and then he keeps talking about it. That'll make me yawn. You know?
So,
They say yawns can spread over the phone, even.
Oh yeah.
people yawning and then
Oh yeah. Trust me, because we call each other all night. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Telling each other whatever. There's an accident up here or whatever, and I'll yawn. And then right away I'll hear a yawn coming back at me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it's just. That's the way it goes, or I show up to work, oh, you know what I'm saying, and then immediately everybody in the room, oh, you know what I'm saying? You just can't help it, especially working the hours I do, So,
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So this is
contagious.
interesting. So this is the Sony A7, I guess Mark II. I'm assuming by the.
Yeah, probably.
Now the FE, is that the Sony lens or is that a Nikon lens? FE 85 millimeter f1.4.
It's a GM, so that's the G Master. That's a Sony lens.
It's a Sony lens. Okay, so that's a lens for the camera, basically one of the lenses.
Right. Yeah,
Lens.
that's one of their pro line. They're called G Master.
Okay. All right. So an 85 millimeter f1.4. Woo. It's probably a nice lens.
I think Nikon is FXDX, right?
Okay.
There.
Yeah. That's neat. That's it. That's a full frame camera with an 85, so that's nice. You can
Good combo.
do a little bit of sniper shooting with that. You can stand away a little bit and not
Pretty
totally
much so.
catch the subject's attention.
Perfect portrait combo, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, I've been here. Rhyolite. Yep. This is cool. This is on kind of the outskirts of. It's on the east side of Death Valley. It's an old abandoned town as you're driving into Death Valley, and this is the. Yep. Sony A7. Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing some more images. I mean, yeah, maybe he's got some more images from Death Valley, but this is really nice. I like this. I've got a picture of this. It's not quite as dramatic as this one. It's kind of a cool building. There's lots of opportunity for some neat photography here.
Hey, that's a gift from the gods, man. Those clouds right there, and I like the way he's turning me on right now with the black and white. I just love it.
Yep. The man after your heart, Joe.
Yes, sir.
It's nice to see new people posting.
Yeah, it is actually.
That is nice. Yeah, that means we got at least one more viewer somewhere in the world. That what we do. That brings it up to like 6 or 7. So pretty good. The tethers that hold us back. Huh. That's interesting. Wow, he put I guess a texture. It looks like texture of some kind on here.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Some like
kind of a canvas. Yep.
171 seconds. Oh, once again, fail on the groups. You got to have at least 172 groups here, Sim.
Oh,
Come on.
man. Come on, Sim. What's up?
Pathetic.
Put a little effort into it, bro. 90 groups? Come on.
Is there any way to ban him from this? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I know, right? If you're going to start slacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Marginal images is not enough group submission. We should just call this, got to submit to 200 groups or more.
of course, post like usually one group, if that. This group, and that's it.
Yeah.
I would love to
that's
know.
A neat one. That is, that's a nice adding that.
When he goes like 150 groups, I would love to know how long it takes him. I really would. It's got to be forever.
It's got to be, yeah. I know it takes me. I mean, if I post 30 or 40 groups, it takes a good 5 minutes at least. You know, if you've got all the groups already lined up and you just know what they fit in, and you scroll down and do it. So.
And that actually, I will say, does look like a painting. He did a good job of that.
Yeah.
Very much like a painting. Yeah. It's a neat.
Which is cool.
It's fun.
Can appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dante's view at Death Valley. Ooh, in the winter. January 7th, 2016. Very cool. I was just saying, I wonder if he's got any Death Valley shots. There we go.
It's very Ansel Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Death Valley National.
which is not a bad thing.
That's neat. That is so. Dante's View is on the west end of the park, I think. If you're looking across the valley, the mountain, yeah. I would like to go to Death Valley in the winter. I think that would be just awesome.
I've never been there at all.
Oh, it's a beautiful place. We were there in the fall. We were there right about this time of year, like mid-October, and it was still warm. You know, it was in the 90s, but lots of cool colors and textures. You know, with the desert and the rock and all the different kinds of rock that are exposed. So makes good for. I mean, large format. That would be. Yeah, I could just spend years with the large format camera down there because there's.
I was supposed to.
The shadows, the clouds, everything. Yeah.
A year or two ago, I was supposed to go to the Bonneville Slope Flats for the top speed races thing, whatever, and it fell through unfortunately. But I was really looking forward to that because that's kind of like in the same way as Death Valley a little bit to me. It almost feels like another planet.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like you're on Earth anymore. It's just so bizarre.
It's just it's so different from anything else you've seen. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. I'd like to go back in the spring when they get the flowers blooming. They've got a couple week period where they get the flowers bloom kind of in March, April. But any time of year would be fantastic. It's just a great place to visit. We got Journey's End. So this was okay, quarter of a second. Okay, 132 groups. So this is, I think have we seen this falls before? It looks like it, but there's so many waterfalls that he's around. But this was taken September 17th, and there's already some color there. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's a neat, nice one. A little vignette on it. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. There to fall. Okay, so this was taken last week. So they're getting close to peak color. Looks like Oh, he's in Vermont. Okay, he did make it. He hinted at that a couple weeks ago that he might make it up to Vermont. So.
Oh, okay.
I guess he did, because this was taken last weekend, basically. Ooh, there we go. We got the taillights of a car. See, look at that. The car went down the road in his 80-second shot.
Yeah, I think that's where he got the Spirit from, probably. Looks like that.
Yep. He's got that little ghosting from
this
the tail.
photo kind of makes me want to move, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I see stuff like this, I'm like, I kind of miss that.
Now, this is great now, but take this picture in January when it's 0 and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour and there's ice on the road. But this is beautiful country here. Yeah.
13 years of living in Alaska. I'm well aware of that whole other side of things, but
yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is.
I'm completely good. I'd rather look at pictures of it.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, not getting me to move.
Yeah. 23 years of living in that. I'm good. I'm completely good now. Yeah. If I want to see that, Pat, I'll go up to Flag and come right back. Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, that's a neat one though. I like that. Ooh, Route 66. Due to sandstorms in the desert, James plans and explored Route 66. I wonder where this is. California's end of things, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably, more than likely.
Oh, that's neat. An old cabin with a water tank and a windmill. In black and white. I think Jose likes black and white. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I'm all Joes think alike, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like minds, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's a neat one.
It is very cool. He's doing some serious driving around, man. He's not afraid to get in the vehicle and hit the road and get some images, man. It's fantastic.
A Marine who served in Vietnam was very accommodating. Watches over the man at the Bottle Tree Ranch. Oh, that's a fantastic shot. That is really Really nice. So much going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Old sign, the swamp cooler here that's seen better days.
One of those old schoolers that just has all the junk in the front of their house. You know
All
what
the
I'm saying?
hubcaps. Yeah.
Just junk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is several of those guys I knew in Albuquerque, and there's a few in my area right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because there's, it's a lot of, I live in the farm part of Phoenix, so there's a few farms where they'll have like, one little, I don't know what you call it, but there's one little section on the farm that has that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'd love to get to it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh.
That's neat. And it looks like it's slightly windy. He's got his beard kind of blown over. Yeah. That's a very nice shot. Lighting's nice.
What is that next to his head? Huh?
Oh,
you see that? Looks a little
this?
Yeah, a little farther over.
Over here?
Yeah, that kind of looks
like a windsock or something, maybe, huh? You got owls on the roof.
Yeah, you got owls, and you got those electricity things up there.
Oh,
yeah, but
I wonder if that's like the connection for the electricity coming in,
Oh,
it's
maybe,
not there anymore. Maybe like the receptacle for the line coming off the pole.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is, except it's not connected anymore. It doesn't look like. I don't see a line there. Oh, is that a 40? No, that's a bottle. That's a 40. There's a 40 ounce, honey. He's into malt liquor.
On the swamp cooler, actually, yeah.
Swamp cooler, yeah.
On a very old swamp cooler.
Yeah, yeah. It needs a little bit of cleaning.
Yeah, that was not too healthy.
You got some old cans here, bottles. Yeah, that's neat. That's a neat image. I really like that. Very nice.
Looks like Gandalf.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ooh, man, swamp cooler.
So this was taken just a couple days ago.
Yes,
it was to Baker, scrapped and made detour.
It was very windy, man.
Oh,
and
was
he captured that very well
in the last couple days.
He captures that very well because that's I see that all the time, and I wish I could capture it. And he captured that very well. That's what my drive looks like in California. That's for sure.
That must throw you around quite a bit, right?
It depends. It's if I'm light, then it's like pulling two kites around. Yeah, it's. But if I'm pretty heavy, then it's not. You always want weight. And then we'll have like 20, 30, 40, even 50 mile an hour gusts, and he's like, yeah, go take a set of empties. I'm like, oh, fantastic, great, this is gonna be a good trip. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to. But yeah, this is cool. You got the sand blowing across, and
he did a great job. He needs to clean his sensors though. He's got some spots on the sensors that he should have took off. They're all over the place there. I know because I had spots on my sensor, so you can see them right all over the place. Yeah,
there's one there.
Right. And it's real easy to take out on Lightroom. There's that shortcut. Helps you see them all, and you can really easily take them out.
So this was shot with a 16-35 f4. Is the ZA? Is that a Zeiss lens supposedly?
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, he's got a good kit there with that 7.
Very nice. Kind of apocalyptic.
Is that like a $2,000 camera?
The A7. You have the version 1, don't you, Dennis?
No, I got the version 2.
You got the version 2? Okay. So you've got this camera then, basically.
Yeah, the same camera, except I haven't got any lenses for it. I'm using my rangefinder lenses.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the camera body is about $1,500.
Yeah, I paid about £1,100.
Okay, so £1,100. So yeah, $1,500.
15,
yeah. But yeah, the lenses. He's got some nice lenses for it. Yeah.
He's got some good glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. He captured that well. I love the way he did that. That's exactly what I see.
Yep. Okay, so here we go, Dennis. This is your MG from last week.
Uh-oh, Pat. Look out.
Ektar
Yeah, that's
100.
That's actually why I posted all those MG photos. I saw he posted something. I was like, I'll post some MG photos too.
Yeah, I put one on for you last week, Joe. It's this MG in black and white.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Yeah, it did it. So this was with the.
Yeah, this is the Bronica, and this is the 6x6 film.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old is it?
Yeah, this is what you get if you develop the film in out of date chemicals.
Okay. All right. Just kind of washed out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the colours are. Well, you know how red this car is, Mark. I mean, last week I put the actual proper colour up, and it's just colour shifted all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we those Raleigh chemicals were a bit iffy. The first roll we did, we weren't really happy with the colours. So I just done this roll because the film was 7 years out of date as well.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're like double out of date film and out of date chemicals.
Yeah.
You claim all that, but it's clearly just an Instagram photo on iPhone.
Yeah, it's just a filter. Come on, man.
Yeah, they have that the out of date filter.
No, it very much looks like that. Honestly. This is what people work tirelessly to make their photos.
Exactly.
Yeah, they spend hours and hours and hours trying to get the filter to look like 7-year-old film. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the scanner I used on this is the V800, the Epson V800. But I think what I might do is I might print this in the darkroom.
Okay. See what you get.
I'm not really happy with how sharp this is. Because this is a Bronica with an 80 mil on it,
Yeah. It might have been a scanning issue. It's pretty sharp, but probably not as sharp as you could get. That's for sure.
I mean, obviously, if you look at the digital ones, they're like absolutely pristine, but they're faked anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, that's neat. I kind of like that color shift. Is kind of neat though. Okay, so here you go. Yep. So here's your A7. With that's a neat image. I like that.
This is an old church in where the bridge off this island comes into South Benfleet, and
okay,
that porch is made of timber and it's 500 years old and still going.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the church itself, yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
The walls of the church are 900 years old.
How many? 7? You said.
This was I think two of the walls on the tower are 900 years old.
Okay, 900. Okay.
And
New construction.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, yeah. They had to rebuild it because apparently they chucked the Viking invaders out, and caused.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it got sacked by the Vikings, and then they had to rebuild it.
Yeah, well, you can see our leaves are dropping, Mark. That was done today.
Okay. Yep. So your leaves are falling. Yeah. You're kind of in that. You're kind of in the same spot as Sim up in the northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. So we got Life of a Beauty Queen. So was this the homecoming parade?
Yeah.
Okay. And there she is.
Is this anyone you know, Wes, or you're just snapping pictures?
No, yeah, just snapping pictures of the stuff going by. She was getting interviewed, so I thought that was kind of something to capture.
Yeah, she's very.
Wes, have you got the 120 version of this?
No, I'm sorry. I don't have it yet.
No, still have that one frame ready to shoot. Yeah.
Yep.
Just waiting for the right opportunity.
Still right here.
Yep. Just waiting. Oh, speaking of, how did the photo walk go? You had that 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it went well. Only had about 10 people show up for it, so it was a small group, but it was a fun walk, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So
so the route was nice then. Everybody liked the route.
Yeah, I was happy with how it turned out. And
good. Maybe might have to join next year. That might be a fun thing to do.
All right, be good.
Danza the Day Away. Danza the Day Away. Brought to you by Tony Danza. Oh. So is this like Zumba for dance, or is this like a take on Zumba, or not?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. It's sort of just some sort of exercise dance kind of thing, and they were marching in the parade.
Okay.
I guess the name would kind of mix maybe Zumba and dance or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but that's kind of neat. I like the reflection in the sunglasses, and hers back there are kind of cool. The purple hearts, is that what those are? Look like they're heart shaped. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a fun
colors
picture.
are great too.
Yeah,
I like that. Really like the colors.
It's fun and colorful.
Yeah. Yep. Florida colors, University of Florida colors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. This was.
I did this on the photo walk.
Oh, okay. So this is one of the ones from the walk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. I like that.
The theme of the month for the photo club is holes, so I was kind of looking for things with holes and found this.
Yep, well done.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's just a bike rack, but
two groups, amateur.
yeah.
Yeah, I see 1,000 there, so that means 1,000 groups it has to be posted.
Yeah,
I'm not even a member of 1,000 groups. I'm only a member of like 90.
Yeah. Well, get busy.
I'm gonna have to like
priorities.
group list or something.
Yeah, it's incredible. I really marvel at that, but I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simi could simify this image right here, though, man.
Simplify it.
Yeah.
Put a sun over here. Put some ocean in the background.
Yeah.
No, that's neat. I like that. That's a very nice one. I like that. That's the field. And here we go. We got the high end autocross.
Yeah. I think that was a Miata at some point.
At some point.
I was gonna say that. I think I could tell that was a Miata door panel.
Yeah. So
which is like the ultimate
17 bucks.
autocross car. So.
Right.
I like the way he's got like a GoPro and another camera up there.
Yep.
You know,
with like those big Home Depot clamps.
and a helmet that doesn't fit right. You know, he's just going for it. You know what I'm saying? Which actually goes with the car because nothing fits right on that car. So you know he's you know, of course the helmet doesn't fit. That's his son's
interesting
helmet.
to see like what, you know, because they got $2,000. So do they have to document where they spend their money? Wes, is that part of the? Okay,
yeah.
They have to like show the receipt that they bought this piece of crap Miata for $1,500 and then put $500 of stuff into it.
Right. And you can buy a car and sell the parts off of it. Like if you want to sell the interior parts or something and make some of your money back, you can do that up to like 50%.
Okay, that's cool. That's a neat concept actually, because it's like bring money on that and don't spend a lot of money to do it.
Yeah, because you know if he'd have spent the money to pad the other half of that roll bar, I mean,
it would have taken him over. It would have been 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got that saved. He's going to bring this car back in 3 years, and he's going to put the extra padding on, and then 2020. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice, and it's just with the the 300. That came out nice. It looks like it's a nice day for it.
Yeah, it was
Ooh,
pretty
this is
nice.
nice. This is an old Celica, looks like.
It's Corolla GTS.
Oh, okay.
Corolla, yeah, Corolla, yeah.
It's got the matte black paint, makes it look mean and fast.
You put a supercharged engine from the MR2 in it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Wow.
40 GZE.
Right.
I knew like everything there was to know about MR2s for quite a while. I was pretty hardcore into them. So.
Dude, I've been seeing MR2s in my area for some reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're going up in value. They're an up and coming car.
I've been seeing MR2s. I'm like, I remember the first time I saw one was quite a while ago, and I was like, was that an MR2? Like I had to shake my head. Was that an MR2? You know what I'm saying? And then I've been seeing more.
Yeah. There you go. Walking in the sunshine. This kind of looks like one of those boardwalks around you, Wes, and down in.
Yeah, kind of.
That's neat.
Kind of looks like a Viagra commercial.
I'm saying Cialis, bro.
There's two bathtubs. There's two bathtubs at the end down here.
That is so Cialis right there. Yeah.
I was thinking engagement.
It's a nice photo. Don't get me wrong.
You can hear the porn music playing. Right? Yeah. Cialis always has that.
When the
porn
one's
music
right,
playing.
will you be ready?
Yeah, will you be ready? Yeah. It is a great photo. You know what's funny about that photo though is that the tones are nice yellow tones and stuff. If he puts like purple tones and real contrasty, it turns in and a little bit more, take a lot of the color out, put more purples and dark tones, it turns scary.
Yeah, he could convert this for like Halloween or something.
Yeah, it could turn into like Jason's coming out to get your ass.
Yeah. Oh, it's neat, the light and even a little bit of the flare here. Lens flare is kind of cool. Yeah. There we go. See, this is why you got to go to North Korea, Dennis. You got to stop this. You got to stop them testing their stuff right outside of.
That's right.
Yeah, that must have been a 10 megaton by look at that.
Yeah, that was.
Dennis has been brushing up on his nuclear yield so he can talk to Kim Jong.
They do all the testing out here in the desert, So,
yeah. I'll tell you what might have been impressive. I read an article that the Russians once dropped a 500 megaton bomb, and that must have been something. Apparently, it sucked material off the ground from miles up.
Yeah, they did that in Siberia somewhere, didn't they? Yeah,
and and I think that's when they give it up then, because they're just going to destroy the world, aren't they?
Yeah, North Korea's got a little ways to go. Ooh, I like this shot. This is nice. The clouds are great on this one.
Yeah, on that one they were right. Yeah,
that is nice. You got these kind of coming in, and yeah, I like that. Ooh, here we go. That's another. Ooh, I like the sun streaks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a trip too, how they come out of nowhere, like the day before you have no clouds in the sky, and then the next day it's just like you get this, so it's a trip.
Yeah, it's very cool. That's the fun thing about it. Every day's different.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, you get your sunrise later every day, then, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're coming in. We're getting really close to 7 in the morning now. Yeah.
Yeah, mountains are gone now.
Ours are getting close to 8 because we're at the western end of the time zone. So, yeah, the sun really doesn't come up until almost 8 o'clock here for us.
Oh yeah, talking about time, Mark. When do your clocks shift?
First week in November, I think. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, is it? Yeah, because ours go next week.
Yeah. Joe and I are going to go, right?
The 5th, November 5th.
November 5th. Okay, so yeah.
2 weeks. November 5th. Okay.
Joe and I do not follow such things.
No,
what is this thing you're talking about, man?
Yeah, you just stay whatever. Yep.
But we had that discussion, because the traffic was just, man, this week the traffic coming into Phoenix was ridiculous, bro. So it was like, and I came in with the question. I've always got these questions, Mark, and I came in and asking the guys in the morning. Like, it's hard for me to believe that like school children can cause this kind of traffic, right? Because you don't have this kind of traffic when there's no school.
Yeah.
And kids go to school, and somehow you get this like crazy traffic.
Because everybody has to drive their kid to school.
And so but you're like, the majority of Americans work. So like, I don't get it. It just boggles my mind. But in any case. Another guy says, well, I don't think they're all farming, and I'm like, you're right. As a matter of fact, we should get rid of that whole time thing too, because that was all for farmers too. We have the summer break because the kids needed to help on the farm, right?
Yep.
And the time change thing was for the farmers. Well, we should get rid of all of it now. Nobody does any of that stuff. They all go to summer vacations and all this thing.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Down by the river beer.
River beer, yeah. Look at that.
Smartphone photography. So this is River Beer. Hops and Grains beer. Huh. Never heard of them before. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah,
In a van down by the river.
Yeah, where are they out of? Huh, I wonder.
Yeah. He's in Texas, I think. John still is. But yeah, that's got a really old feel to that can. I'm assuming it's a new can. So
it looks like a new can.
Yeah, just the color on it. It's got that.
Yeah. Wonder if that's one of those old brands that they brought back, maybe.
Yeah, it might be. It's kind of a neat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Neat. Well, that's a good way to end the show there. With that.
Oh, is that the last one? Okay. Yeah.
That's cool.
I was gonna say I posted two real quick that I.
Oh, okay. Let me refresh.
Yeah, they're just from Germany.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's take a look at those. Maybe.
Yeah,
there they are.
Cover.
There we go.
Nice. So this is an older Porsche.
It's not.
It's not.
So, no,
Wow, we're not seeing this.
It's a kind of complicated thing. It's a Porsche 993 chassis, which is like mid 90s to early 2000s. 6.4 body, which is like much older than that. And then a Porsche 997 GT3 engine, which is like almost the most recent.
Yeah.
So kind of a hodgepodge. And it's all hand built, like all kinds of, like the wheelbase is stretched and prototype for the latest car they're building.
And
So.
the wheels look kind of older though. Or that
the wheels are like
aftermarket, right?
Oh yeah, the wheels are. I mean, they're actually like probably 19, 20 inches magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably like $1,500, $2,000 each, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a very, very serious car. It looks, like you said, it totally looks like an old car. That was kind of the idea, is to have the older style of like the early 90s, or the 80s look, but modern underneath it. And I rode in it briefly, and it's a beast. I mean, it's amazing, like how, just how good it drives. And
yeah, it's probably a monster car.
Seriously impressed by that shop. Just my time with them, the people and everything. It was just amazing. They spent like a full day with us, showing us around the shop, got us lunch, did all kinds of stuff, gave me this hat. So I continue my streak of never buying a hat. Always
your roof hat, yeah. Yep.
Yes. So I mean, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks like a. Yeah, I bet you that car is really fast too.
Yeah, it's sort of a prototype for a new car they're building that's completely from scratch. It doesn't use a single Porsche part, as far as I know.
Huh.
It's their own chassis and everything, but it looks like a classic Porsche. Horsepower, $700,000.
Oh, that's it.
Making 30 of them, and they sold out, before they announced it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's a business to be in. Make whatever the hell you want. Everybody buys it before you even start building it.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's people that would pay crazy money to try to get one, but
yeah, that's neat. Yeah. So yeah, it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper car. Looks like a
and that's the whole thing. That's one thing I found out
interesting
from something. Germany that I found out is that apparently they're like embarrassed to spend money. Like to show, it's like the opposite of the States, in that like all their Mercedes, they're like top end Mercedes and BMWs have no badges on the back.
Okay.
Because they don't want everyone to know they bought the 7 Series or the S Class or whatever, It's just, it's kind of the same thing with them. So they make these, almost $1 million cars with 7 horsepower, but they kind of their Porsche to someone who doesn't know what they're seeing.
Yeah.
That's kind of their idea. And they're not excessively loud. So it's a very interesting kind of philosophy, and like I said, so different than the Italians or Americans, where in the States, if you spend $700,000, you want every single person to know you spent $700,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Huh. Cool. That's cool. And we got the issue of Via Corsa coming out in November with.
And if you don't, if for whatever reason your subscription doesn't get that, I will send you a copy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I just got to create my password and subscribe. I've been meaning to do that for a while, so that's. That's cool. That's a pretty reasonable price. It's basically $5 an issue
appreciate that.
for a quarterly magazine. That's well worth it just for the photography.
Yeah,
So
I hope so.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm getting more and more involved with them, so hopefully it'll only get better. I'm hoping to get involved more with their graphic design and other stuff in the coming issues, so we'll see.
All right. Good. No, looking forward to it. That'll be a good one. Good show, guys. Appreciate you showing up, Pat, Dennis, Wes, Joe, as always. Yeah. This is fantastic. Yeah, good one. Good show. Good images. Any photography coming up the next week for anybody that you know of?
Oh, I'm supposed to shoot next week. I doubt it. I'll probably get out of it. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Here's Great American Beer Fest hat. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And Great American Beer Fest glass. Yeah.
There you go. GABF paraphernalia. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I'm glad we were able to get out and do that. That was definitely worthwhile. And if you can do it, Wes, definitely do it. Go out for a day or so.
So I'll get out there one day.
Yeah. It's definitely worth going out once and being around it for a few days.
At least once, and then get it out of the way, and then I could see where you wouldn't go again. But once is fantastic. I mean,
it's very good stuff.
Great. It was great. Yeah, and just Denver in general is just
Denver's a nice town. Yeah,
freaking cool place to just hang out and
this time of year is nice. Definitely recommend it if you're a beer geek. I mean, it's definitely worthwhile. So
beer geek, or if you're a coin collector, or you're into the Old West, you know what I'm saying, and you want to, if you're a collector of any sort and you're into that sort of thing, I mean, that's, if you've never been to the Mint, it's a lot of fun to go. I've been to the Mint. You can get all geeked out on coins, man, big time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool. All right, I got to end this show. It's a good one. Yeah, everybody could make it.
Dodgers!
Do some photography this week or next week. Hopefully, get up and see some colors. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully, that works.
Cool. I'll shoot Tuesday, so.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully, things will get busy for me. We'll see. Arizona auctions are coming up quick, so.
Yeah, they are. It's only a couple months away. Really, at the end of the day, coming up pretty fast.
We'll have to get out to some more again this year. I know we met each other at RM last year, but.
Okay.
It's this year, technically.
All right. Yeah. Well, you're gonna be either it's either not so busy or so busy you can hardly deal with it. That's usually the way it goes, right?
Yeah. Hopefully the latter.
Yeah. That's generally a good way to help pay the bills and keep everything moving forward. So. All right. Hey, good one. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody have a great week.
See you, man.
See you guys.
Yeah. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.